Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. If you're here with me in the Discord, in the YouTube, in the Kick, in the X chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us early this morning. We got Kelvin. I'm Humble, July Peppers, Don, Lucky Juju, TW, Skunk Dave, Redberg, Cyrus SW. We got Brian, Plum Tingles. Good morning to you. Silent NW. We got Harshit, Rosenberg, Nye, Brady, Lou, Mitch, Giuseppe, Rips Mod, Rock Solid Results, Richard Harris, and Nanas. Clicks, Tattooed Grove, One Life, Ian, Marvin, Matt. Digging this music. Faustundante. We got Todd Bell, Quick Shot, Spiro Josh, Georgios, Killer Kyle, Kemato, Josh Stewart, Mr. Bugs, top of the morning. Who else we got in the building here? Sore Pocket, Slauson, Dead Cat Bounce, Navy Guy, Grigo El Diablo, Cube Q, Rocott. Good morning to you, Doomslayer. Eddie, Tomoki, Travis Hare. Or Travis in Air. Not Travis. Travis is in the air. Good morning, AFA. Trix B Dope. JCE. Fat Elvis. What up, Ferrari Phil? Corgo. John, Evil Genius. Lots going on in the geopolitical landscape right now. What's up, Seb? There's a lot going on right now. There's a ceasefire, and then there wasn't a ceasefire, and then there is a ceasefire, and then maybe there is, and maybe there isn't. Trump was saying that the planes from Israel are coming home, but then I just read a report that they hit a radar site in Iran. So, I don't really know. Is there a ceasefire? What do you folks think? Trump is pissed and dropped the F-bomb. I missed the F-bomb. Drop me a clip of that. Drop me a clip of that. Yeah, I know he was talking. He was like, hey, they're coming home. They're not going to bomb. Do not bomb. And I think they did. Oh, wait, I got to see this clip. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's so dope. Oh, I need somebody send me that on YouTube so I can play that. Yeah, I want to put it on stream. Give me the YouTube. Somebody send me the YouTube. Who's got the link? Drop it in Kick. Come on. Shimon then. I need like the YouTube link. Nobody's got the YouTube link? Oh, come on. I can't believe nobody's got a YouTube link. That's crazy. I gotta go searching for this. All right, I'm gonna go searching for this stupid link. Wait, this must be it. Let me see if I can find it. Wait, why am I not? Hold on. I gotta be logged in for this. Come on! There we go. YouTube short. Give me that. Okay. See if this works. Hold on. I'll stop the music for this one. Let's see. You can't even hear that. No, that's horrible. Hold on. Get it. Oh my God. Hold on. Give me a minute here. This is all jacked up right now. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. So hard to get just a clip going on here, huh? Just want one clip. All right. This could be it. Try this. Take two.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
All right, guys, it was Trump.
Oh, dude, get off my screen, bro. Get out of here. Summit. All right, get out of here. That's Trump right there. That was epic. They dropped the biggest load. I shouldn't be laughing, but come on. It's funny. It's not AI. He doesn't seem very happy. He doesn't seem very happy about it. Bro dropped the F-bomb after dropping the real bomb. What's up, Wavy? What's up, Big Gruff? Yeah, he's upset because they agreed to a ceasefire. And then, you know, that all happened. Drop the load and all in the same clip. I love it. Yeah. Weird music this morning. I know, right? Very strange. It's the weirdest. It's so strange, dog. Wait, what? The band Kruangbin or Kruangbang. Looks like the market's gonna dump. I don't think so at all. I see double bottoming support. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? That's so funny. Two people said Krang. Why can't I say this word? Okay, there we go. Now we're switching it up. Kruangbing. Okay, why can't I say that word? How are you supposed to say that? Somebody type that out phonetically. I have no idea. Fun mode last night on Globex. Blew my combine that was almost past, setting a perm lock for Asia. Dang, dude, I'm sorry. How can we get through this together? They're a chill band? That's dope. Krungbin. Okay, that's a lot easier than me trying to whatever I was saying. Can I send the link for kicks? Sure. Kick.com. Selling ribs. There you go. I don't know why that doesn't give you a link though. What the heck? Come on, YouTube. Let me see. Is that a link? There we go. I'm like, they're blocking Kick strategically. You got me to be able to pass combines. I just have to slow down when I'm up. Yeah, you know what's crazy is like the closer you get to the finish line, the more generally that you're trying to rush things, unfortunately. NVIDIA will crash this week. Watch. Why? What's the thesis behind that? Yeah, the closer you get to the finish line in the combine, it's annoying because we tend to just be like, all right, almost home. Let's go push this thing over. Come on. I want to be done with this. What I really think it is, my true feeling behind why we do this as humans is that this is a pain avoidance mechanism. It is a way for us to avoid pain because when that combine is not passed, the job's not finished. So what you're doing is you're trying to rush because you don't want to be in that pain of like, I still have to finish this thing and it's so stressful. So it's like a pain avoidance mechanism that you just like flip on, that you try to like rush through things. That's my personal take on it. That's how I feel about it, because stress in trading somewhat equals mental pain. So I think that it's a pain avoidance mechanism of why we rush on things like combines when we're almost done. And the next time that you feel that urge to push yourself across the finish line of a combine, or even like a payout for an XFA or PA or whatever the case, the next time that you're feeling that urge, just don't trade. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but like, just don't trade. I haven't traded since last night. Well, not last night, but yesterday at the Win while I was shopping. But I haven't traded since. I missed a lot of alpha, right? I missed, it was kind of choppy. I woke up 2 o'clock, so I was up at like, is 4? Wait, no, it's 5. So I woke up like right around here. I was still kind of like settling in and writing the morning memo when this all happened. I could have taken this short. I remember when I was watching this right here, I was like, oh, if it breaks here, I want to take this short. And then we kerfuffled. And then it eventually broke lower, and I was like, But then I reminded myself, I was like, well, I don't want to be caught in consolidation, especially to start my day. But the point I'm trying to make is like, you don't have to trade just because the market's open. Futures are a 23/6 product, meaning that they're open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week, essentially, right? You can call it 23/5. I call it 23/6. So we are coming down a little bit here, but I still don't see anything interesting. We're just painting around the volume shelf still. But the thing is like, when you are looking at the market, are you forcing yourself into trades because of exterior factors? If you start to wander down that mental path of like, oh, if I make $200 right now, I can get a payout from my XFA. Stop. Just knock it off. Like, literally just knock it off, because all you're doing is you're taking a trade because you're trying to force something. Yes, it can work. And here's the bad part. If it does work, if the trade that you put on does work, then now you're rewarded for it. So your brain has a very interesting way. This is how we evolved. It has a very interesting way of taking these rewards and compounding them into the dopamine hits in your brain, where it says, well, the last time I did this action, I was rewarded for this. So doing it again should be a good thing. And this is why tilt is such a bad thing, because when you trade on tilt and you actually are rewarded for trading on tilt, it's so hard to shake that reward receptor the next time that you're confronted with the exact same decision, where it's like, I'm down on the day, I'm losing money on the day, and I'm really upset about it. So I'm going to go in with double the size now. Who's done that? I'm going to go in with double the size because I'm down on the day. Oh, that's a fun one. You go in double the size and you're like, all right. But then who has had it happen where you go in double the size and then it works? You go in double the size, you're on tilt, and then you're like, whew, glad that's all over with. That worked. It happens. The hardest thing about that is that our brain has a very difficult time determining the next time that we're confronted with that decision to not make the bad decision of trading while on tilt and doubling our size. Because let's face it, that's ridiculous. It's horrible. And that is what I found early on in my trading career that would damage everything for me. And it's damaging because your brain rewards you for doing an action that you know you shouldn't be doing. So the next time you're confronted with that situation, your brain doesn't know but what to say other than, do it. Bro, get in there and do it. That little devil on your shoulder, that's not something that you cooked up because you watched cartoons when you were younger. That's your brain reacting to that it worked before. And now it's so hard to shake that demon off your shoulder because you were rewarded for it. And like, you're confronted with that decision again, and you're sitting there and you're saying, well, I don't know why, but I feel like I need to just double my size and go for it. You got to stop doing it. The sooner that you stop doing it, the easier it's going to be to avoid it in the future. And let me explain it in this way. We've all been in relationships, I hope. Remember that one really bad breakup, whether it was you breaking up with that person or that person broke up with you? Remember that really bad one? It felt like that was never going to leave you. That feeling of heartache and pain and sadness, it felt like it was never going to leave you. But here you are today, and you're not thinking about that person anymore. I hope none of you are currently going through a bad breakup. But you're not thinking about that person anymore. You're not even considering them. They're out of your life. They're gone. It's over. The pain's over. Why? Because our brain has changed those receptors. Why is it so hard to get over a relationship? Because all of the actions that you do in your normal life, whether it's having a meal, watching a movie, watching Netflix, all of those things have receptors in your brain that have reward systems like releases of dopamine, serotonin. And so when you break that connection where you're used to doing that activity with a person, you're missing parts of that connection in your brain. And so when you break up with somebody or somebody breaks up with you, your brain has to rewrite and override those connections, and it takes time to repair them. And that's why it takes so long to get over a long relationship, because your brain has solidified these connections and doing these activities with people. The same thing goes for trading. In trading, if we are solidifying connections with bad behavior, then over time, it's going to become increasingly difficult to break those bad habits. So, if you understand what I'm saying right now, it's up to you to make the stand to say, I am not going to make bad habits a part of my routine. And even though in that moment they might seem really tempting, you got to stop yourself. You got to stop yourself. So let's make a promise to one another today that we are going to do everything that we can today in our trading to intercept our bad habits. We need to intercept our bad habits, and we need to stop doubling down. We need to stop forcing trades. We need to stop jumping over the finish line. We need to stop pushing ourselves into bad situations, because it's going to be harder to overwrite those pathways in our brain over time. So do you want to create a big pile of work for yourself? The way I look at it is that if you want to be a boss to yourself, we're trading, right? You're your own boss in trading, right? There's nobody else coming for you. We've established that in prior streams. There's nobody else who's coming for you, so you are your own boss. So in the future, do you want to have yourself as a cool boss, or do you want to have yourself as an boss? I choose the cool boss. And how do you have a cool boss? Well, you don't create a mess of paperwork for yourself later. And that's by setting yourself up mentally for success in the future by making the right choices today. So whether it takes you writing it down on a physical piece of paper today that says, I will not break my rules, I will set good habits. Whatever it takes, you need to commit to this today, because the sooner that you do it, the easier it's going to be in the long term for you. And we're all in this for the long term, right? We're all in this for the long term, right? If you think that this is not a long-term game, bye-bye, get out. This is a long-term thing. When I first started, I didn't think that. I was like, this is easy, ha ha ha. 3 weeks into it, this is very hard, but I want to beat it. I want to beat this thing. Okay, so let's make the change today, together. Stop doing knuckleheaded stuff. Stop being a jerk to yourself. You got to remind yourself, too, every single trade that we take, it's just one trade. And if you're betting the farm on one single trade, knock it off. Stop it. You can have a lot of trades in your career. Stop betting the farm on one trade. I need to pass. I need to get over the line here. I need to force this thing. Buddy, stop it. Stop it right now. Richard Harris in the building. What are you looking for, Richard? Talk me through your trade ideas right now. American Bride says, you don't understand, Rips. I'm a piece of garbage, so I have to drill sergeant myself. It's okay, but don't be so negative in self-talk. For real, don't be so negative in self-talk. And I get that we can joke about it sometimes, but don't be super negative in your self-talk because it will affect you long-term. You speak into existence what the reality becomes, believe it or not. So what I suggest is that, yeah, joke about it. I'm the worst trader. I'm a bum, blah, blah, blah. But like, let's be honest. Start talking to yourself like, I'm becoming the trader I want to be. I'm becoming somebody that I respect a lot. I'm becoming a very disciplined person. I'm becoming somebody that's going to inspire people. Something like that. Talk to yourself in that way. Just missed my entry by 2 ticks. Well, that's okay. Did you chase it? Doesn't sound like it. Hi, Rib. Say hi to Brazil. Do you guys say in Brazil, do you guys say abrazos? Or is that only like Latino Americano? What's up, Brazil? Great live feed in the Ferrari yesterday, brother. That was fun. Yeah, that was our first IRL stream ever. And there was a lot of good feedback around it. But if you folks want to see more of that, tune in. I mean, maybe we do again today. We do a little cruise. American Pride says, I genuinely don't know how to talk nice to myself. I'm a disciplined person, an engineer, and work hard, but I don't know how to be nice to myself. That's one of the things that high-performing individuals struggle with, believe it or not. But the good way to do it, very simple way, is write out who you want to be in 6 months from now, 1 year from now, and 5 years from now. What would be insane as far as like a change in your life? So 6 months from now, what would change in your life? Around you, internally. Write it down 6 months, then a year, and then 5 years from now. You have 3 different outlooks: short-term outlook, mid-term outlook, and longer-term outlook. And then circle all the things that are positive about yourself and what you can do to grow as a character, and focus on those things. That's how you can develop sort of self-fulfilling prophecies, right? What did I miss here, Richard? Haddies. Already in long. Good luck to you, buddy. I'm assuming you're trading the S&P 500. Go Hard Greg says, very true, Rips. Blow my TPT Pro account yesterday. Went on tilt and reset the 50K Pro account twice. Oh my goodness. Really need to start focusing on progress versus perfection. I understand too in the moment, right? Look, if you think I'm going to sit here and be like, I don't ever go on tilt anymore. Yeah, right, dude. Of course I go on tilt. I'm a human being. I go on tilt in poker. I go on tilt in trading. But it's much different than what I used to be. And I'm always trying to manage my tilt and being a better person. It's difficult at times. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, yeah, dude, I fixed tilt for real. It's gone now. Yeah, right, man. Come on. Are you nuts? Of course I tilt. It's part of life, but we need to work on ourselves and manage our emotions so that tilt doesn't ever cause us irreparable damage. Irreparable damage. That's what we want to avoid. More Ribs traded last night was lovely. Nice work there on you. Powell is testifying today. We'll get into the news in just a moment here. Who's ready for CPI? I'm ready for anything. I mean, I think the market has just been giving us amazing opportunities. Is the cost for the Tradeify account straight to fund to really $46.23? No. It is for, which one is it again? Advanced or growth? I feel like they were changing their names of things too. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Are we really close to all-time high? We're pretty dang close, that's for sure. Go Hard Greg says 100% managing ourselves like a cool boss is something I will implement. Yeah, you got to focus on these types of things. They do matter. Does TPT ever get a good sale? Let me see what it is. I think it's 30% off right now. I have TPT accounts that I can trade. Let me ring these up. These are my TPT accounts. They finally fixed them for me. Oh, move that over there. So I have like 3 that are almost passed. And then I have 2 because these are the ones that started late or whatever. So I was thinking about trading these bad doggers live, you know. They answered me lately, so I think that maybe their customer support is improving. But people like TPT because you can literally request a payout in the same day and get paid the same day. I've seen people that get paid out like they request a payout in the morning and then they get paid out like that same day. I've seen it. People have sent me screenshots. So I have 5 TPT 50K accounts right now that are 3 of them are close to passing. I think, well, I've only traded them for 2 days, so I need to trade for more days. I should probably trade these today. And then of course, we have the heavy hitters in wealth charts, which I haven't traded today, obviously, but we got a lot of accounts to trade. And then of course we have the AMP account. So yesterday I traded this. There's the AMP tab. Oh, and by the way, before anybody's like, this is not a real AMP account. Really? There it is right there. This is AMP Live. This is the real deal. The real deal account. I don't hide it with a toolbar. This is my AMP account. So 803,000. We crossed the threshold of 800,000 last night. The reason why I thought I made $19,000 yesterday was because it combines still the 2 days. If it's like before 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, I think something like that. But anyway, so I made $7,715 while I was shopping yesterday, which was absolutely lovely. So we have 197,000 to go on the road to $1 million. Not too shabs, right? I just want to get there, but I'm not going to rush it. I just got to try to not focus on anything. I just need to try to just focus on taking really good trades. That's it. So that's the AMP account right now. See what happens. Maybe we get some opportunities today. You just never know. These markets are crazy. I mean, there's definitely been some opportunities this morning, but I'm more chill after, you know, like if I didn't trade that account for the rest of the day, I'm fine with it. You know, stress levels stayed low, cortisol levels very low. Joel says, I love my TPT Pro accounts, have 3. I copy trade. There you go. Ribs, have a coworker how refuses to trade because he says it's gambling. What do you think? Some people are just risk averse, and that's okay. You don't want to force somebody into trading. They're not interested in trading. Let them. Oh, shoot. It's already 8:30. My God, I've been yapping. That's the Q1 current account and the Canadian CPI. I'm sorry. This is probably why it's probably not a good idea for me to trade my AMP account today. You should buy a yacht since you live in Vegas as a flex. Yes, I will buy a yacht that I sail down the strip. I said we go back down to 222.74 and make a new low, and we did just like I said we would. Let's go, Richard. Nice one. Thank you for calling that out. Do it? Do what? Wait, what am I doing? I mean, we'll eventually hit $1 million. It could be today, could be tomorrow, could be 3 months from now. Who knows? Powell speaking? Oh. His prepared remarks came out. What in the world? Oh my gosh. Did my bloomies just crash? What is going on? Okay, there we go. We're back. Bum, 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 bum. Inflation ease significantly remains somewhat above the goal. I can't believe they dropped the prepared remarks at 8:30. Those devils. I was wondering why we had such a kerfuffleation. Those dirty dogs, those. What? How do you really feel? Yeah, that's crazy. I was not expecting the Powell text an hour and a half before. Shows how much I know. Jeez. Who watches this moron? Just driving around on a trailer only. I don't think I've ever owned a yacht before. Maybe in my dreams, but I've chartered yachts, but I don't ever think I'd ever want to own a yacht. Like, you got to be like 9, like almost 10 figures wealthy, I think, to own a yacht comfortably. Rip's pulling a yacht to Lake Mead with Ferrari. Yeah, I don't think that's the life for me, my friend. Not a yacht guy. I like chartering them, but owning one, just a little, just not my speed. I have some friends that own, I don't know what you would even consider a yacht, but like there's a friend of mine that had like I want to say like 30 meter or something like that, like a big boat with a bunch of bedrooms in it. That was back in California, but it just looks like a Hasselhoff. Oh yeah, dude has a cat. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, if you're going to utilize the thing, by all means. I just like to be home and like chilling, just at home base. You know what I mean? Better have friends with boats. Yeah, dude, tell you what. Telling no lies right now. Yeah, it's usually got a huge waiting list too. I mean, there's a bunch of, you can buy used yachts all day. Get yourself a yacht broker. Just not really my thing. Mike Z says he doesn't understand and doesn't know there has to be a repeatable edge. It's gambling otherwise. Yeah, I mean, again, like if people are saying like, I can't believe you trade, it's gambling. Like, oh, well, like who cares? It doesn't really matter. Like, who cares what other people think about your trading endeavors? Like, if your family is against it, probably find a way to talk to them about it, but it's better to just show people and be like, haha, stuck with this for 3 years. Look at me now, sucker. Like, just dropping it on somebody's dome like that. Boat, break out another 1,000. I like that. I don't even think I've ever had a wakeboarding boat. I'm just thinking like, nah, I've had jet skis. That's the closest thing I've gotten to a yacht. That is as big as a personal watercraft that I've had is a jet ski. I've had multiple jet skis throughout my years. That's it though. Not even like a wakeboarding boat. I remember there was a time when I was thinking about getting a wakeboarding boat, but I never did. That was it. You know, now that I think about it, I did have a share in a houseboat on a lake with friends, but it was like nominal. I think we abandoned it actually. This is a long time ago. It was like a garbage, like a houseboat that didn't even like run, but it was nice inside, but it was like parked on a lake and it had a slip. So it was nice to like party on and everything. This is a long time ago. In Miami, every other house has a boat. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, that's, again, like, it depends on where you live. Vegas is not a place that you want to have a boat. Do you teach traders how to trade? I mean, sometimes. Otherwise, we just talk nonsense in here. Rips, did you hear Trump's last vid about the war? The boys dropping bombs and he's dropping F-bombs. Yes, sir. We played it live on stream. Give me a second. We are continually holding these lows, by the way. Banana says, I'm on year 3. It's about time for me. I feel it. Yeah. I'm good. I'll rather be in land. I know how to swim, but the ocean is a no-go for me. Ocean is a scary place. There's a thing called thalassophobia that it's a direct fear of things you can't see underneath the ocean. The happiest day of a boat owner is the day they buy one, and the other is the day they sell it. I believe you on that. I've just, like I said, like I had jet skis out in Puerto Rico. That was nice. I barely used them. It was a hassle. I almost died on them one time. I think I probably used them less than 5 times. They were really gnarly too. Very fast. A long time since I've tuned in. What happened with Rips and Top Step? Dude, I don't know. Should ask that guy. What's the most amount of contracts you ever put on, Rips? 100? Yes, 100. That is the most. Biggest trade was, I think, only 20 contracts of not micro Bitcoin, but actual Bitcoin. So that's like probably 200 micro Bitcoin. I don't know. Anyway, there was a trade I put on a long time ago. My best futures trade of all time. 7-figure trade, shorting Bitcoin futures on not TradingView, on Thinkorswim. Back when it was, what was it before Schwab? TD, that's what it was, TD. Oh, snap, that's a dope video. Passed this guy the other day. That is a sick, like, dude, but like, he's somebody in Discord, dude, is posting, he's sailing around his catamaran. He's done very well for himself in life. He's sailing around the world right now, enjoying life. And he passed a huge yacht. I look at that and like, dude, if I owned that, I would have anxiety, I think. But to charter that? Nah, that's fine. Jay says, U.S. short-term interest rate futures down slightly as traders see less chance of earlier Fed rate cuts. Yeah, what's crazy is that What's-Her-Face was saying that we are going to cut in July yesterday. Was it Fed's Bowman? Was Bowman the one who said that yesterday? Kevin, you live on a houseboat? Nice. I had friends when I was growing up who lived on a houseboat. They loved it. They loved it. They were all like military too, like military family, and then like the kids ended up going into the military as well. Did you try the alcapurrias while in Puerto Rico? What is it? The fried plantains. Golly, I can't even remember the name of that. That was my favorite. Only Powell got the power to cut. Tostones. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. That's those were the nuts. Reps, you gonna get us that 90% off discount for Apex with my code only? I don't know. We'll see. I'm always trying, believe that. Tostones. Some call them patacones. I've never heard that one before. I know tostones. That's the one I do know. Maduros. I've never had maduros before. What's up, Sarl? We are still chopping around here. We did have that news drop at 8:30. We do have a packed calendar today. Most everybody's in here now. We can talk about this. So we have coming out at 9 a.m., top of the hour in about 20 minutes here, we have the FHFA Housing Price Index released alongside the S&P Core Logic Housing Price Index. They're one and the same. Mofongo. I remember Mofongo. What is that exactly? I've had that too. There was an amazing restaurant down in San Juan that was like really authentic food that was delicious. It was like I want to say it was like a Michelin star too. It was insane. So we have that at 9, and then at 10, we have the Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index and the Conference Board Consumer Confidence read, which is important. But mainly at 10 a.m., we're going to have Powell's testimony. But the first part's not going to matter. It's like, so we already got the text that came out at 8:30. Obviously, the market kind of shrugged it off. It's going to be the Q&A. He's the House today and then the Senate tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Is it the House today? It's usually House then Senate, right? Yeah, House. It's the House today and Senate tomorrow. Now, Senate tomorrow is going to be the exact same text that he released today, but it's the Q&A that matters. But it's not as impactful as like FOMC Q&A, because that is very directly Q&A about monetary policy. This is more so going to be like a lot of finger wagging, like, you should have been doing this, and why can't families eat bread? It's just a lot of finger wagging today, like in the House. Is the House dominated by Republicans or Democrats right now? I can't remember. Dude, I feel pretty out of touch right now with the geopolitical landscape. It's Republicans. Okay. So there's probably going to be a lot of chest thumping, less finger wagging. But when the left, the Democrats, take the mic, it's going to be a lot of like, just watch. Trust me. It's going to be a lot of Did you know that families can't eat food anymore? Did you know that when a family goes to the grocery store, it costs $43,000 for them to buy a carton of eggs? Did you know? Why is inflation up? Pull the lever. It's going to be a lot of that. That's usually what it is. During FOMC, the Q&A, we get people that are mostly from financial publications or journalists that are in the financial world. They're asking direct questions about what financial policy and monetary policy is moving forward. That's why we get a lot of movement on that, because it directly affects what the futures should trade at, because the futures are pricing in what the future of the indices are, right? FOMC is not today, no. The next FOMC meeting is in July. How many days? I think it's 23 days away. Let me see. How close are we? It is 36 days. Okay, well, carry the one. I was off by 16,000. Okay. Did you know how much global warming is affecting this world while flying in private jets? Sounds about right. Yep, we're going to get a lot of that. Why do you want to kill children? There'll be some of that too. It's going to be a lot of that. Yeah, we do. Thank you, Big Hal. We do have the 2-year notes auction at 1 p.m. I was going to get to that. That is a big piece of news today. So really the only 2 points of interest that I'm considering paying attention to for the rest of the day: Powell's testimony before the House, but whatever. And then the 2-year note auction at 1 p.m. Now, keep in mind, as it always goes, whenever there's an auction, there's a 90-second delay on the results, because the auction opens and then closes, and we have to wait for the results and see the bid to cover and the participation and all that good stuff. So if you're wondering why there's no immediate reaction at 1 p.m., it's because the auction hasn't terminated yet. What's that thing on the left? I don't know. What are we talking about? Are we saying above me? That thing? That is a trading view chart that has taken acid and 43 grams of shrooms. It's a way for me to experience having a trip without taking drugs and just having a chart that's colorful. That's what I use it for. It's called Bookmap. It's a way to visualize order flow. It's all it is there for. I do like bubbles, yes. Bubbles are pretty clutch. 43 grams of shroom. Yeah, that would be quite a bit. I think you'd probably leave this galaxy at some point. Has anybody ever tried microdosing in trading? I've never done it. Never in my life. And then you're like in a position, you're like, I don't think that was a microdose. No? Nobody? No. Yeah, that'd be weird if somebody did that. That'd be weird if somebody did that, huh? That'd be so strange. Yeah, who would totally do that, huh? Not me. Definitely not me. Would never. 7 grams of sugar. It wasn't a microdose. Oh, it was supposed to be 0.7. I forgot to carry the decimal place. Oops. Now I'm blasted. Would make a great YouTube video. I don't think you'd be able to actually record a YouTube video. You'd just be like, be out of your gourd. Would probably trade better. You'd probably start thinking about like, why does it even matter if I make money on this trade? What is money? Why does it all matter? Who cares? Why am I doing this? And then probably wander away from your screens and go look at something pretty. That would be a good YouTube video title. You'd probably get banned for it though. I made millions of dollars trading on trade. Money is just a function of the man. Totally. Well, we're still trading around the point of control. This funk track is a little too aggressive for me. I'm gonna try to bring it down a little bit. Let me see, like, I want to do like a little laid back here. Let's do you will get in a trade and forget about it. Yeah, probably wander away from your stream. I trip out on shrooms now. I can't take it anymore. I took a heroic dose and never went back. Hopefully you didn't have a bad trip. Dude, he just led the 70s run chair. Yeah, dog. Come on. We are pushing up above 300s. If we do pull back to maybe the point of control, maybe we can find a trade here. We are grinding higher. There's no bad news still yet. Seems to be like the market's okay with everything. This is a very toppy area of the market, so if we start to blast out above this, I'm interested in potentially taking a long, but we might have to wait until that news drops at 9 a.m. I think that's probably the smarter thing to do. Sorry, Ribs, but I haven't watched your live for quite a long time. What happened to you and Top Step? Last time I saw you, you were on Top Step Live. I'm on my own channel. It's my favorite thing to do. Wake up in the morning, stream, do the dang thing, make some money, have fun. You've been missing a lot, Louie. We've been trading an AMP account. We put $100,000 into this account back on January 21st, 2025. That's this year. We've since taken that $100,000 out, and we are currently up $803,000 in profit. So you really haven't missed much. We haven't really been busy at all. Just hanging out, really. Just not doing much at all here. So you haven't missed a thing. Thoughts on DMT? I've never done DMT before. I have a friend that really just loves going to that galaxy quite often. Is there a name for your trading strategy? It depends on who you ask. It's momentum trading. But there's some people that you're asking, and I believe they are, it depends, right? Like I use auction theory, I use market structure, I use fundamentals sometimes. I pay attention to what's going on in the macro environment. It's an amalgam of all these things. Dude, Salvia, that's a crazy one. We are coming right back down. Happy we didn't take a long there. The reason why we're rejecting, by the way, I think at least, because of this. Just a topping area, and we just don't have any liquidity right now. And I don't trust it short either, because, we can just stay in this zone, lock tight. I don't trust it. I want to wait. I want to be patient. Robert Williams says, does this guy ever teach a strategy, or it's all yapping and flexing from here? Well, Robert, one day when you make money, you can start your own channel. Until then, we'll never see you again. I wish you all the best on your trading journey, my friend. We hang out in the mornings. If you want me to take trades at rapid fire, then you're probably not going to enjoy the stream. One day, Robert, you will find a way to not have jealousy in your heart for others that are succeeding in life, and instead you will congratulate them and say, one day, that will be me too. One day. Until then, suck my balls. And he can't even talk back. That's the worst part, but he doesn't know it. This is the best part. When you mute somebody on YouTube, they can still see their own chat, but they're the only person who can see it. So we'll never see them again, but they're probably feverishly typing. You don't understand the temperature in my mother's basement right now. Living the Grumpy Life says, imagine being such a dipshit that you wake up and get yourself banned from a random YouTube channel. I love it though. It really does make me smile. It really brightens my day. If my life and me just being alive pisses somebody off in one way or another, that means I'm doing well. It means I'm doing good things out there. Maxime, are you blocked? No, dog. Come on. Probably because you haven't said anything stupid. Sunpark says, if anyone sees a good trade setup during these consolidations, are crazy. I know, but so you wonder why Nathan, was his name Nathan? I don't even remember anymore. Your name is now forgotten. I think your name was Nathan. But that is the reason why Nathan is so miserable, because he's the kind of guy who sits there and he's like, I need a trade. Well, that's why you're losing money, my friend, because you're not patient. That's not how trading works. It's not the same way that you pull up those tabs of Pornhub and feverishly masturbate all day. It's not the same thing. We got to be patient. We have to pace ourselves. We just have to take it slow. I know it's not something you're used to. I've got blisters on my hands. Well, it's because you don't use lotion. Moisturize, my friend. Momentum trading is same as breakout trading. It depends. You're following momentum of the market. Wait a minute, I'm Nathan. That's not me. Well, I think it was Nathan. I can't. If you teach people how to automatically do it, they should be thankful. The journey is what makes the destination amazing. I agree. People just want that instant gratification these days. I agree. I 100% agree. Today's lessons: don't overdo it with shrooms and use moisturizer. That is the takeaway from today's broadcast. If you missed it, you can rewind. There's some hot tips here. I seen you beefing with ICT. What do you think of his concepts? I say that if his concepts work for you, great. I think that's fantastic. I want to see people succeeding. I only want to see people making money. I want to see people crushing markets. With your extensive trading experience, could you provide a deeper psychological breakdown of the fear of losing in trading and explain how a trader can overcome it? The first 20 minutes of this broadcast were gold as far as psychology goes. So I would say after the stream is over, go back and watch the first 20 minutes. Yeah. How are you doing? Trying to get back on track. Exactly what you said you could do wrong is exactly what I've been doing wrong lately. I rely on patience. Well, Maxime, it is okay to take a break from trading. There's nobody that's going to take that break for you. You got to take it yourself. It's okay to take a break, like a week-long break. You might come back with refreshed eyes and a refreshed mind. Can help out tremendously. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Have you ever thought you would never make it in trading? Yes, I took a 6-month break away from trading. I didn't think I was ever going to come back when I first started the break. And then I started to miss trading. And when I missed trading, that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I got to get back in there. About a 6-month break. Came back, refreshed eyes, refreshed mind. A lot of my bad habits were erased by then. What's the Celsius flavor today? Well, we started out with Cosmic Vibe. This is what we started out with. We're on can number 2 right now because we got to keep up with all of this energy. This is Retro Vibe. We are vibing this morning. When do you recommend going full-time with trading? So, there's some people out there, I firmly believe, some people out there that may never be able to do trading as their sole source of income. So as a side hustle, I think that most people, if they stick with it for long enough, can make it a side hustle. And that's okay if it's like $100 a day, $200 a day, or whatever the case. $200 a day is still like $4,000 a month, you know? Plenty of money. Plenty of great side hustle income right there. So there's a lot of people out there, though, that they cannot have it as their sole source of income. Should you ever make it your sole source of income? I have shorts about that, and I say no. I think that you should always have some type of income that makes trading a lot easier because you're not financially stressed out about it. We talked about this on the IRL stream yesterday, too. Sonny says, hi, first time here. Welcome. What took you so long? The goal of a successful trader is to make the best trades. Money is secondary. I agree with you 100%. That goes back to psychology as well because where did that go? I missed it. Oh, there we go. That goes back to psychology as well because you don't have to win every single trade. There you go. Ribs, what else do you do if you don't mind me asking before you went full-time trading? I've owned businesses throughout my life. I've always been an entrepreneur. Never actually had a job in my life before. I agree. Don't sell the farm just to trade props or a live account. But yeah, here's what I will say. Do not ever trade your own money in the market. Only trade on props until you have proven that you have 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability in these markets. Oh, look, we have that ViewBotter back again. Hello, ViewBotter. How are you? Good to see you. I wonder if it was our friends that we made fun of. Is that a 430 spider? It's got to be. They need to reseal those headlamps, right, Phil? That's bad. That was bad stuff. But when do I recommend going full-time with trading? 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability in props should allow you to start your own real live account. That's where I would start. That's where I would start. Did you sell your other businesses once you went full-time trading? Yes and no. I am currently launching a new brand in the coming weeks. I'm forever going to be an entrepreneur. I'm forever going to be doing things. I mean, if you've noticed, we're expanding onto Kick. We're growing our brand, the personal brand. We're doing vlogs. We have a lot of things coming down the pipeline. I'm never going to be singularly focused on just one single thing in my life because I get restless in doing that. I really do. Turn on the AC in my office. It's crazy in Vegas. It's been a little bit of a colder start to the mornings and then it heats up. Like today, it's going to be 94 degrees, but it's only 70 right now. Oh. What's your brand? You're going to see. You're going to see. Thanks, Rips. I had my first 10K profit day last week. Yes, sir. Let's go. Or ma'am. Dude, I mean, that does kind of, like, there's no question that that's a 430. I was going to originally say that it's a Modena or whatever. Modena. I was going to say it was a Modena, but then you look at the mirrors that has the split mirror thing. That's obviously a 430. There's no question. Yeah, that's a 430. And you can see from the back there. Oh, and then, yeah, the plates. Okay. I'm catching up to the conversation. Wavy Trading says, I also have a real estate business and been trading for 2 years now. See, that's great because you have disposable income that you can use for trading. And that way, you're never going to be like sitting here gambling away your lifeblood and like freaking yourself out. There's a lot of people out there that are like putting themselves into credit card debt, trying to trade on props, thinking like this is their way out of the poorhouse or whatever the case. Or like, my pathway to a better life is just pushing harder. Okay, hold on. We got some news coming out. Housing price index negative 0.4%, which is weird. Oh, because it's from April. That's so old. That doesn't matter. We had some housing data come out. I think it was new home sales or new home builds. Was it sales or builds? Somebody helped me on that one yesterday, and it came in hot. So April's data of the CoreLogic housing price index was, who cares? It's from April. I think we got the home sales from June or May recently, yesterday. So who cares? Ribs, is there any place you teach how you trade or someplace you recommend to learn from? Believe it or not, this stream, we do, when we get involved in the market, we talk about the trades. And then once we take a trade, we recap those trades. We talk about why we took the trade. That's what we do. Adam says, I'm in real estate and doing this too. Awesome. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, you got that side hustle mentality in trading. You're not putting all this pressure on yourself to perform. It's a lot easier to go a whole day without trading and saying, there was no setups today. Jay Store says, I need a job. I have 3 kids and I'm not paying for insurance out of pocket. There you go. Totally get it. DC says, I got diagnosed with heart failure and had to quit my job. They said I had to do something less stressful, so I became a trader. Dude, if you're being serious, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. Trading Micro says, I'm a freelance software developer, and just this month I made more money with props in terms of actual payouts than with my profession. There you go. You are on your way. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Don't start being like, now that I've figured this out. You never really figure out trading. We just get better. But pump the brakes. Take it slow. Continue to trade very slowly, very chill. Oh my gosh, we have 7,800 robots watching us on YouTube right now. Isn't that fun? I see you've been eating good. When's the last time you had some gas station pizza? Oof, gas station pizza. There used to be a 7-Eleven that was right outside one of my offices, and one time we were doing like a late night thing with my coders. And golly, that was probably 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 7-Eleven pizza, 10 years ago. Probably the last time I did it. Because it was like literally down the elevator, across the street, grab some pizza. How do you know robots are watching? Because we talk smack to somebody on stream, and their way of coping with that is to send view bots to my channel in hopes of getting the channel strucken or banned. But what they don't know is that they're spending this money aimlessly because I have a personal rep on YouTube that is well aware of this, and they don't care. So it's a weird way to spend your time and money. I don't like this Rips guy. His confidence makes me upset. The way he makes his jokes. I can't stand that he won't lose on his personal account. I'll never understand some people. Instead of focusing on their own lives, they misdirect all of that energy outwards into negative energy. And the more negative energy that you're expending out into the world, the more it comes back to you like a boomerang. It's kind of crazy. How do you go about hiring mods? Right now, we're not hiring any. I just hired a new clipping team. Shout out to the clipping team over on WAP. Hired a new clipping team, and right now they are doing pretty well. It's pretty cool. You're stealing their money and energy without even trying that stuff. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Doesn't affect my life. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm generally a pretty happy person. It takes quite a bit to actually upset me. Life is good. How could I complain? What do you want me to do? We have 10,500 robots right now on YouTube. I wish I had like a way to speak to these robots. Marshall says, hey Rips, have a nice day and let's rock and roll these markets, and God bless Ice-T, the best demo trader of all time. Hey, if he teaches people something, hey, great. I'm all for it. If he helps people out. Yeah, it's not real. It's probably going to go to like 50,000 viewers at some point. Yes, it's all view bots. It's not real viewers. We probably have about 1,000 people watching. Twin Trading says, I'm still working a full-time job until my payouts buy me enough real estate to replace my full-time income. There you go. Well, how about that? So if we're just looking at structure right now, the things that I'm noticing is that we've made multiple higher lows. We're descending right now. Where it gets really interesting is that if we're at this previous week high and we find a lot of bidders down here. So what the open can bring us is a potential fail down to this level. We find a lot of bid support here and then we crank it back up. There is some liquidity to fill down here. There are some mismatched orders, but there's also a lot of gap here to fill. So there's two different areas of interest I'm watching. This one right here, and then this one down here that coincides with this volume shelf where the point of control is lying. So obviously the point of control is going to show there because that shows all of the closing orders that we had when the market closed yesterday. So that's what I'm looking for. If we are looking to the north side, let's say that we do come down here, we break and then we retest break, and we're looking to break out this level, and this level. A lot of different interest points today. Let's see on the 5 minute, or the 15 rather. We can go ahead and draw a nice fatty green line here. Where's my line tool? Somebody asked me, how do you draw these green lines? Well, very carefully, of course. How far do I have to drag this thing over? My God, that's a big one. That's what she said. Okay. There we go. See how that area of interest kind of matches up almost perfectly? There we go. Go back to the 15. Look at that. Matches up almost perfectly. So that's the line that we're watching to the upside since we are trading below it right now, right? That makes sense. Maybe, kind of, a little bit. I hope it does. That's how my brain perceives this stuff. That's what I look at. Areas of interest. Why was price auctioned at that area and why did it reject? Why was nobody interested? Why were people interested before? Why are they not interested anymore? Well, they're probably interested before because they were closing shorts. How do you close a short? You buy into the market, right? DC says a lot of dark pool down below SPY around 600. Yeah, SPY is cranked up right now. Super duper cranked. Yeah, but we have some nice areas of interest here. I think patience is going to be paramount to any success in the market today. No, we got 13,000 viewers. I think their ViewBot budget kind of ran out though, so it's probably gonna crater back down, I think. Beth Hammock is speaking right now, is she? Let me see. Yeah, she's supposed to start at 9:15, so 7 more minutes. Rips, you use Bookmap's buy, sell, stop indicator, or do you just recognize it? The reason why I don't use it is because at times of high moving, like when the market is just blasting orders and things are happening, it slows down Bookmap too much, and I need to see as close to real time as I possibly can. It's one of the reasons why I invested so much in having this PC built to the top tier standards so that it could run Bookmap well with very low latency and very little lag. So no, I don't use the add-ons, but I've thought about it. I just don't want it to cost me money. Rips, do you have any personal experience that you can share for anyone going through a tough time and help them out by sharing your experience? I think we did in the beginning a little bit, didn't we? I mean, the fact that I took a break for 6 months can tell you a lot about, after that break, things definitely improved. If you're going through a tough time, my answer always for that is to take a break from the markets. Always, 100% of the time. Wild people waste money on view botting. Some people have hobbies, I suppose. What's the main component on a computer to spend money on so the Bookmap lag is the least? Probably CPU and RAM. Getting a high mega transfer RAM and a good CPU. And I went with an Intel CPU for Bookmap. AMD would have been better, I guess, for gaming, but I think that Intel is still better for, I don't know what you call it, service apps, something like that. Hey, Rebs, this is my first stream. Welcome, David. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Spaceman BTC key level is what I use. It maps out everything for me. It's free and it's on TradingView. Spaceman BTC key level. If you missed the name, pause the stream. Get it for yourself. Intel is not better at all nowadays. Yeah, but it's productivity. That's the word I'm looking for. For productivity apps, it generally has been benchmarking better. And also, there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months that are going to support the growth of the Ultra chips. So I understand that they've been not doing as well, but my money's still behind Intel. Bookmap, I've found, does the best when I'm only subscribed to one chart at a time and allocate more memory to it. Yeah, and if you have a really beast computer, then you can run multiple charts. But yeah, you're not wrong. Haters coming out of the woodworks and questioning your huge P&L is a sign that you become a real successful trader. And again, it doesn't change my life. Doesn't bother me. Profile on the right. This is visible range volume profile right here. Visible range, VRVP, another free indicator on TradingView. When I change what I have in my viewport, it's going to change the volume profile instantly. So I favor this because wherever I'm focused on what part of the market, it's going to show me that exact liquidity. Watch it go. Wait for it. Ba-ba! There you go. And it'll give me all of the information I'm looking for. There's a point of control. Should probably, it readjusts right there. There you go. Once we go back down to 222.74, make new low zone, I'm expecting buyers to step in big time and run up to 22, 222, probably 31, not 310, or 310. How can I connect 6 monitors to 1 GPU? Probably by using a splitter. I have 3 monitors connected to my GPU right now, a 57-inch, a 49-inch, and a 34-inch. And I posted it on Instagram. Oh, it's time to post it again. I found an excuse. If you're not following me on Instagram right there, @SellingRips on Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and post a lovely photo of my trading setup. People tend to like this photo quite a bit. You can see the monitors I'm using and the way that I have things configured. It's going to be live on my story in about 5 seconds here. Takes a second to post. And there you go. Bingo. I currently am using a RTX 5090 in my PC. There we go. We're back. The ViewBot spent all their money. Oh, shame. NVIDIA GPUs are limited to 4 monitors. I did not know that. I had no idea. I'm sure you could get like a Titan card or what was there's like a, they have like another line of cards where I'm sure you can connect more than 4 monitors. Dude, I signed up for Ferraris and mansions, not monitors and geek stuff. Well, I'm a nerd, so you're gonna have to deal with it. How do you get straight to fund for 45? No, it's for the growth accounts. Should probably change that, Rips Mod, so there's not so much confusion about the Tradeify accounts. Have you taken any trades today? No, I haven't. I have not taken a single trade because we're just in chop and I don't want to navigate chop right now. I'd rather wait for the open. You get Trump's cell phone and trade to not. If you have integrated graphics, you should be able to enable it in BIOS and have a screen through the motherboard port. Yeah, you can do that too. I just would not rely on that for like rendering bookmap or anything. All right, Beth Hammock is coming on in a minute and a half. I'll be right back with you folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And we're back. What was that I missed? Let's see. Probably Beth Hammock. Yeah, maybe the case that Fed stays on hold for a long time, which somehow spiked the market. China can now continue to purchase oil from Iran. Hopefully they will be purchasing plenty from the US. Also, it was my great honor to make this happen. There you go. QQ levels are posted in the morning memo, which goes out to all the brokerage houses. Sometimes a little bit late. Yeah, it was probably the 9:15 algo as well. Yeah, look at, we avoided all this choppy nonsense. Isn't that lovely? Isn't it so nice to avoid chop? Isn't it nice? Oil is dumping, yeah, as expected on a headline like that. I'm not a crude trader, but let's look. Oh my God, 65 bucks. Woo! I got shellacked. That's a technical term, by the way. Is it better to buy the real time on TradingView or get an account elsewhere like NinjaTrader? TradingView is extremely cheap. The real time data is like $7 or something a month. It's very cheap. I would highly recommend TradingView. Angry Cube says, Apex has approved my first ever payout. Let's go! How long did that take to get approved, by the way? Talk us through this. I want to hear more about this. I want to hear more. You close to Pahrump, Nevada? I'm in Las Vegas, so kind of. I don't know. Not really. Kind of. $7 a month. It sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's $7 a month for the full CME package. I think my first encounter with the financial market was in 2011. No, what was? When did you request your payout from Apex? Is what I meant to say. But dude, that's awesome. 14 years of trading. Holy smokes. How long ago did you request your payout? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are saying that Apex payouts are coming a lot sooner. They're coming a lot quicker. It's $12 on Tradeovate. I know it's like $7 hairs on TradingView. I love TradingView. I love using. You requested on Friday and today's Tuesday. That's fast. Did you have to send a blood sample or anything? I don't think you do, right? I think it's just all good now. Just do your thing. You think a thing. Submitted one and it got approved today. When did you submit there, Ches? Had to send screenshots. Gotcha. Cool. I wonder if you're like in a category now because you sent those screenshots, like the next payout's going to be even easier. Do you CQG data through AMP as well? Yes, I'm connected with TradingView to AMP. AMP is connected with CQG. And I was connected with EdgeClear, who cleared through Dorman, who was using CQG as well. But they didn't give me as much margin as AMP gives me. AMP gives me buku margin. I love AMP. What can I say? Submitted one today and got approved today. This morning, like 4 a.m. EST. How many payouts is that for you, Ches? Congratulations, by the way. When you'll be guessing the BDH? Probably August is what I'm thinking. I have an appointment with the DMV to get the real ID thing done in July. So once that's all taken care of, then I'm going to fly out there. What, pending around 6 a.m. saw they adjusted my account around 8:30. And how many payouts is that for you? How many so far? Trade MT5 with it. I've never used MetaTrader. Never. Submitting proof each day since 6 days. They asked me to do it for 10 days. Gotcha. The last payout I took from Apex was back in 2023. I've been kind of negligent in trading props. I do it more so to demonstrate to the audience what is possible. Zach says, what other firm forces you take screenshots of your trade? I don't know. I have no idea. Going to hear some F-bombs from Rips at the BDH? No. I will keep things nice and clean. What are you, crazy? I would never. I would never. Yeah, so, I mean, we are just waiting for the open here. It's less than 8 minutes to go. We have our levels marked out on the chart here. I want to see if we dunk low to that previous week high, find some support there. And keep in mind, like, one single headline can change the entire outlook of all of this. All it takes is one single headline. For instance, like, let's just say that Israel continues to attack Iran. Their excuse was, well, we were already engaged in the mission, so we had to finish it out. But we're done now, we swear. We'll see. Iran could launch some more missiles into Israel, and things can change rapidly. It's just good to be, in this environment, be on your toes. Be on your toesies. That's all you got to do. Just be on your toesies. You've gotten dozens of payouts. Gotcha. Okay. So that's interesting. After you get through like the first few requests, I think that it becomes pretty basic. Like they understand that you are the trader you purport to be. Are you cool with Big Daddy Max? I have no relationship whatsoever. I gave him kudos one time when he had hit like 100,000 subs or something like that. I have no relationship, but I think that he produces some good content from what I've seen. That's all I can say. That's my experience. At the end of the day, I'd like to think that I'm pretty cool with everybody out there. I wish a prop would ask me to send my thoughts regarding trades would force me into journaling. You got to journal, buddy. Isn't Apex requiring traders to provide proof of trades, a way to weed out some so they don't have to pay out? I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that argument. I think that I feel like there was a group of traders that were very public on social media that were taking these monstrosity of payouts from X firm and Y firm. And then all of a sudden it stopped when they started enforcing these rules. And what I think was going on was that they were long in firm X and short in firm Y and gaming the system and not really trading. And I think that this is a way to put a kibosh on that. That's me. That's my opinion on it, okay? That's just my 2 cents. That's it. I feel like those traders that were pulling down these big 6-figure payouts from firm X and firm Y suddenly stopped. And it's like, what happened? Did you forget how to trade? Did you forget how to trade all of a sudden? Where'd all those 6-figure payouts go? And like, if you're going long in one firm and short in another and you're just like blasting, it's going to be pretty obvious when they're asking for screenshots. They're going to be like, what was your setup, dude? And you're like, my setup was I was long in firm X and then I was short in your firm and it worked. Oops. You know? I don't know. What do I know? I'm a knucklehead. I'm a moron who streams on YouTube, Kick, and Discord, and X, and that's it. That's it. Good morning, Rocket Beats. How are you? Yeah, we'll never know. Look, I don't work for any of these companies. I am an ambassador to these companies at the most. And I just try to share my own experience, and that's all I can talk on from my complete honest heart is, what is my experience with these firms? That's it. My experience with Apex is I took a payout, one single payout, $20,000 back in July of 2023 or June of 2023. I have not taken a payout since, but I've been focusing more on the personal account that we've been trading on stream here. That's really it. Let's see what the market gives us, shall we? Where's the best stream with least delay? Kick, YouTube, etc. A lot of people like the quality of Kick. Make sure you are following over at Kick. We are trying to reach the sub goal right now. We have 2 active goals. Oh, we got to get a sub goal going here. Let's see. Let's get that here. Boom. Yahtzee. So we have a following goal of 750, which we're almost going to hit, and then we have a sub goal of 450. How tall am I? 6 foot. Sometimes 6'1", depends on the shoes I'm wearing, I suppose. But I am a 6 foot tall man. How is it, everyone? It's going well, Sovereign Pulse. How are you? I love the new flare. Do you folks in Discord like the new flare, the MC flare, as well as the holographic names? I think that's pretty cool. Depends on the arousal. Yeah, it depends on if I'm walking on my 2 legs or on the 3rd leg. Still having trouble getting an account in Kick. Don't know why. It just keeps saying unknown error. Try connecting like your Google account or Facebook account. I think you can connect those too. Livestream is cleaner on X because there's no commercials. YouTube will cause you to miss Rip's entry during a commercial. That's not good. I don't think there's commercials on Kick, are there? Oh, goodness. Oh, Mr. Kofifi, you had your MC flare earlier this morning, but you've since dropped it. I am disappointed, Mr. Kofifi. Quite disappointed indeed. That's the one, Luna. You're rocking it, baby. I saw you rocking it. I looked over at the mod section. I'm like, who's rocking it right now? I saw Luna and Kofifi. I was like, those are my guys right there. We have 663 viewers. I don't know what you're seeing. Ripspot, I'm going to delete that right now. Yeah, get out of here with that. Stop trying to spam promo. Why'd you move off Top Step? Can you explain? I've been trading every single prop under the sun, and I want to give you a complete, honest outlook from my own experience and share that with you in real time. Isn't that more fun? There's a lot of props out there. Wouldn't you like somebody to deliver the news to you in a unfiltered fashion and say, hey, this prop firm sucks, this prop firm's great, right? Oh, it says IRL. Whoops. Why is that IRL with rips? Dang it. Oops. Let me change that. Thank you. Crypto and trading. Trading with rips. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. We're in the right category now. Sorry about that. Rips, you need an FAQ at this point? I don't mind answering. 30 seconds till the market opens. Get ready. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun today. Be safe. Be careful. Let's watch how it plays around the levels. That's all we can do, right? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Till the markets are open. If we stay underneath 320, I think we're going to go lower and probably test that previous week high down at 225. That's what I'm thinking. Markets are open. Very weird open so far. Well, this is weird. Not a lot of orders hitting the tape yet. Algorithms need to turn on. We're 5 seconds into this. Apple is cratering. Nvidia is perking. Just watching right now. I mean, we are still kind of just like, there's sellers, but there's not like aggressive sellers, right? So I'm just holding off right now. Apple pulled back, Tesla's starting to pull back, Nvidia's starting to pull back. If Microsoft and Nvidia all pulled back at once, that would be tremendously strong. If we break below this 4-hour low, I think it would be curtains, but right now just holding. Still waiting. Just enjoying the vibes. I want to wait for the market to tell me to get into a trade before I get into a trade. You trade the opening range break, so I sit still for the first 15. I like that. Very smart. Less fake outs are going to affect you. And we are bouncing right now. I'm hands-free. I'm just watching. Right now, we're holding lows in the S&P, but it's not like, I'm not seeing like tremendous weight on either side right now. I'm curious if we push up to 300, if like, do we blow through that? I don't know. This is right now, this is a weird wonky open. This is a very choppy opening. I guess we're probably just waiting for the Powell stuff, huh? Q&A is not that big of a deal though for the house. I don't know. Weird opening. Yeah, the Powell effect indeed. I guess if we don't trade this morning, we don't trade, whatever. We still have money in the bank from the Globex trade. Okay, pushing above 300 now. We're starting to find some buyers. It looks like some more algorithms actually just turned on here. See what happens here up at like 320 or so. we have a tremendous buy side yet? Not really. Oh, we're starting to perk up here. 61.25 is kind of that breakout point. If we can get that breakout point, right now, again, look, we're pushing up to the magic green line and rejecting right now. Just waiting. Still haven't taken a single trade. I mean, nothing. Literally nothing. This is the trade from Globex, 7,700 on Globex. We have no executions. We haven't taken a single trade on the amps. So just watching, waiting. Want to see what the market tells me. Lots of ads from YouTube today. Well, maybe it's time to make the switch on over to Kick. I'm kidding. Where am I? Boy, this is not... If you want to know, like, hey, Rips, what is your worst type of opening? This is it. This is my nightmare. I don't like this at all. This sucks. This is lame. Do something, market. Would have been nice to grab a short from up high. We're running into liquidity down there at 61.17 in the S&Ps. Do we break lower? Who knows? No opportunity, not for me. All right, we have a little bit of a break here, but we're at the previous 4-hour low. Again, 61.17 is that point of liquidity in the S&Ps. Microsoft is at that 487.75 level. Golly, this market sucks. So you wanted a nice chop off the open, did you? Well... People always, there's a thing that's consistent amongst haters. They're like, oh, Rips just jumps in off the open like aimlessly and just, he just gambles off the open. It's like, really? Yes. This is me gambling off the, like, people will say anything. If I don't like the trade, I'm not taking the trade. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to spot an opening that I want to trade, and this is not that opening. This ain't it. It does help that I'm already up 7,700 on the session, but yeah. I mean, you could definitely make money if you're nailing both sides of this, but that's just not my MO when I'm trading. We're just sweeping highs and lows. Rena says, Rips, you've missed your calling as an FM radio DJ. You have the perfect voice and personality for it. Yeah, you're tuning in live to WMC, the Clubhouse. We're coming in with some funky hits for you, Rena. Get that drum. Found a chop opportunity on that VWAP back up. Nice. I'm still not going to trade this. It's not my thing. Don't forget to hit the time and the temperature. Yeah. I might just jump over to Kick right now. That's kind of my feelings. I guess the market just wants to wait for Papa Powell. That's it. The gravelly voice gets more gravelly when you try to be a radio. Anybody taking any trades yet? Anybody? Psycho Captain Cop 500. Nice work, buddy. New GTA should have a finance and gambling radio station with Rips in it. Yeah, maybe one day. Short ES, good luck to you. I mean, it did hold at 61.17, but I didn't have the stones to take a long off that level in the S&Ps, so. Maybe this is the breakout. We are holding the previous 4-hour low, but... Dude, Tesla's coming down. Apple had a little bit of a bounce. Meta's starting to push up now. Meta's definitely responsible for a little bit of this pump. Amazon and Google are holding as well, but this is gross. Doing the back and forth, yeah. I want a headline. Give me a headline so we can trade the afterglow of it. Give me some. Give me some. I want to trade some. Ribs gets a GTA mission where you take out his view botters. Headshot. Yeah, take him down. Gone in 2 trades, but quick to break even, so stopped out 2 times. There you go, plus or minus 0. Well, at least you tried, right? 22,450 gamma level. I could see that. Breaking out of the 4-hour high would get a lot of squeezing going, but equities are just kind of frozen. We got too many like offsetting equities right now. Like Apple, Tesla down, Meta, Nvidia kind of like up-ish. Microsoft, Google holding, Amazon pushing. What do you want, you know? This sucks. You said it, dude. Yeah, you said it. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube stream. I'm gonna head over into Kick, where we've been this whole time, by the way. I appreciate everybody tuning in on YouTube. We're gonna finish our day with $7,700 in profit. We didn't trade on this stream, but hey, this is from last night. It still counts. Whatever. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I'll see you folks bright and early here on YouTube tomorrow. If you want to continue the stream, just jump on over to Kick. I'll see you there. Take care, homies and homiettes. We'll see you tomorrow.